Hello, this is Ace, and so I'm going to do a bit of an introductory spiel, and then we'll see how we go. I'm going to be showcasing the entry boss arena. Unlike the other videos I've done on the various arenas, this one's going to be commentated all the way through, which partially goes towards why it's so long, because there's things I need to talk about. First of all, obviously this is just going to be a bit of like unfinishedness to it, because obviously the game is still in production and, you know, things aren't finished until they're finished. Also, this is your last chance to get away from spoilers if you don't want to see any of the entry bosses in action. I'm also going to end up talking about the positions of levels as well, and well, judge favourites, and this is all stuff that's already been like sort of publicly revealed, but some people really just want to avoid spoilers, although I'm not sure why you clicked on this video if you want to avoid spoilers. Anyway, before the video starts, we have today's sponsor. No, wait, no I don't. I have a brief update on Revo, which is, I already said these last video, but the update is exactly the same. Shall we talk about the thing that we're actually here for? It's going to be basically a live recording. But not only do I have to concentrate on my own gameplay and talking about my own gameplay, but also just why these bosses ended up in the arena, and that's quite a lot to concentrate on. Also, I kind of want the bosses to do a bit of, mostly do their own thing and not just completely steamroll them with their weakness, as you typically do with Mega Man games. But I'm also not going to be a Buster-only snob, because there's a lot of bosses here. Let's go! Okay, shall we get to it then? Welcome to the Judges' Choice Arena. These are bosses selected by the judges for particular highlights, and all suitable for the arenas. There's a couple of like fairly good bosses that are just not suitable for this setting, so they weren't in either. Yeah, so we've got a selection of items over here. I'll describe what any of them do before we take them. Obviously, there's still a degree of unfinishedness, as in a little bit of placeholder-ness, as showed by Auto. He'll be replaced with a different character. And this character over here is going to be caused to give him my own. What I'm going to talk about kind of condensed down to a single line, so you'll get the in-game reasonings as to why any given boss ended up in the arena. Now, I shouldn't talk to him. Okay, let's get going. So how I'm going to try and do this is, if I need to talk about why a boss got into the arena or any like particular, positives and whatnot, I should do it outside of the fight, because I'm going to need to concentrate on fighting the damn bosses in the fight. That's going to be easier just to do as the standard gameplay. Here we have Necrozma, one of 3 bosses from the stage Spectrum Science, which is one of my judge favourites. So we get each judge got 3 favourites this time around, and this is from one of my 3 stages. I did not know this was a Pokemon when I bought it the first time. I had a feeling, but I wasn't sure. I know so little about Pokemon. You think I'd know stuff about Pokemon, but I don't. Of the 3 bosses in the stage, this is by far the most interesting, although not the hardest of the 3, but oh well. Necrozma has some fairly interesting attacks. He's not too hard, though, in my opinion. You want to sort of stick nearby to him, because he has this attack, which you need to sort of get out of the way. So you're going to do your orb, yep. You'll fire it to your position and jump over it. Now, I don't know if any of this is accurate to like the Pokemon games, because I don't know a damn thing about Pokemon. But no, this is a fun fight. Okay, so he's going to do a laser spread, and he's going to aim at me and do a laser spread. Okay, as it turns out, I think actually talking about the bosses as I'm fighting helps me with concentration. Oh dear. Okay, no. Wow, no damage. Neat. I'm not necessarily going to do all these Buster only, some I'll swap out, but Yeah, anyway, onwards. We have Kine from Big Fish. This is one of the levels kind of affected the most by having a late penalty applied to it. This boss is from a stage that would always be in the top tier, just for the record, and yeah. This guy's genuinely really interesting. Yeah, it's like a couple of moves from Korby, but also Kine's just been in the wrong crowd. This is just a fun fight, to be honest. The sort of thing I want to see out of reference bosses, which is just their own thing. So he's got a bunch of powers, which, ow, there's my first damage against a fish with a knife. He's got a knife, oh dear. Okay. He's got like a half a health bar extra, and this sort of triggers phase 2, which adds wind, which significantly like alters how you have to dodge things. Not by much though. It's not too hard. Don't shoot the light bulb, by the way. That will just cause it to have a bigger hitbox. Up. Not too hard. Who's next? Digitiger. So, get all the non-robot masters first, apparently. So Digitiger is an interesting case, as it's from a level that none of the judges particularly liked, but we did all highlight the boss as being like pretty damn good. I don't like Neon Tiger's fight in X3. I like this fight. There you go. Basically a digital version of Neon Tiger. That's got an interesting visual effect. Again, not too hard. I'm seeing a lot of bosses with electric thunder beam weakness. I will have to explain the parallels outside of fights because there's a bit too much to go on. Probably when we get to a boss who has a parallel. Move out of the way, keep moving, we'll do that about 4 times. One of the deceptive things about Digitiger is his hitbox is actually pretty big. It doesn't feel like it's an unfair hitbox, it's just, if you're expecting like the crappy hitboxes from the typical Mega Man X games where they're just not good. No, he's got like a fairly accurate hitbox. Ah, okay, finally we hit a Robot Master. Alraune woman. One of the things about the mugshots, if an entrant actually gave us a mugshot to work with, we would use their mugshot, but occasionally the dev team just had to make one. This is one by the entrant. Just if you're wondering, just random. So, I don't know how to pronounce this word. She doesn't move. She doesn't actually have any sort of movement whatsoever. But she's still a fairly compelling fight. Which I think was the main reason we chose to put her in. She won't move at all. Have a degree of knowledge about the spacing. Ow. Oop. I think it's the vines that kind of add to it. Makes it feel probably more dynamic than the fact she doesn't move would give off. Not too hard though. Alright, so one of the things that will happen occasionally is there's going to be like a long pause every so often as the game loads in data. That's just a result of this being sort of a work in progress build, and obviously to save on compile times, all the entries are outside of the game files at the moment. That won't be the case in the final game. You'll also just see the odd debug message as stuff has to deal with that. So, Cassette Man. Here's a fun thing about Cassette Man. You may notice up top here we've got 4 nice little mugshots. We have Glass Man, Altar Man, the statue of Wizard Zinwana, I don't actually remember how you pronounce it, or what his name even is, and Cassette Man. What do these guys share in common? Well, they're all the first place entries. This guy is from first place, and he's adorable. He is pretty easy, but yeah. He's like, oops, no, I don't want to speak to you. He is pretty easy though, so I don't think I need healing yet. Basically, I think he's easy just because his tails are so good. This is like the one attack where I might take damage. Nope, okay. Okay, he'll then switch out his Cassette, and then have a sort of phase 2 where he'll... oh. If you hit him right at the top of your jump arc... Oh, I took damage. That's okay. Ooh, Lantern Man. He's cool. So yeah, he's from first place. Really bloody good level, by the way. It is definitely worthy of first place. So, first heal. We'll take a full heal there. Lantern Man. This guy's kind of interesting. He's deceiving. But A, he's a shield boss. B, he's got multiple health bars, but you wouldn't know it. He's like really well balanced. Essentially, the health bars just sort of indicate phase transitions and just escalation of attacks rather than like having the full 3 health bars. He's also pretty allergic to Water Shield. Yes, that was Water Shield. Also, I think this is Delta Ring music. I think like Chapter 1 was just sort of released at the time. So this might be a Delta Ring. I can't quite remember. It's been a little while since I played Delta Ring. Oh, look at him. So yeah, this guy's got pretty damn good tells as well. Ow. It's me getting hit here is almost entirely due to my own fault. Oh, phase 3. I think what really helps this guy as a shield boss is he has... A, you can destroy his shield, but also he has like a situation like this where you get quite a lot of hits in. Okay. He should be dead now. He always dies about that point, the Buster. Okay, so as you slowly transition through the arena, things will sort of escalate. Don't want to take a heal. Battery Man can go wrong. He's Battery Man, not Gravity Man. Battery Man can go kind of wrong. Stop, I don't mean to talk to you. I should have just removed you, shouldn't I? I'm going to keep talking to you by accident. Battery Man's quite good. As you may have noticed, he's part of the wall. There's sort of 6 bosses in the wall, and... Well, actually there's 9 bosses, but the 6 on the sides... are the top 6 places, just to let you know. The ones at the bottom are from Judge Favourites, which are kind of lower down on in the contest, but they're from Judge Favourites nevertheless. And the guys in the back, well, I'll get to those when I get to those. But yeah, this is Battery Man, not Gravity Man. He's kind of a hard boss, so I'm going to go in with a weakness and try and melt a bit of his health bar. It's not like... Oh, wow. Good job, not Gravity Man. Okay, I'm gonna head back to let you actually do some attacks. I just don't want this fight to go long. Whoop. Good tells, but also... Woohoo! This is gonna happen. Oh no. Wow. Okay. Battery Man hit me in my ass. Oh, hard boss, but I think he's good. It's just sometimes things will go wrong. I'm trying to talk it and commentate at the same time. Skull Sands. Is this Sands? Is this the Undertale? Yes. Yes, it's from Undertale. Okay, I should really take a bit of a heal. Don't need a full heal just yet, though. This... When I saw the name of this level, in the Judge Hub, I was filled with dread. As it turns out, it actually is a pretty good level. It's really well made. It is basically what is Skullman's stage had Sans' gimmicks from Undertale. It is way better than that sounds and has any right to be. Also, this is just one of my favourite bosses in the contest. He's really well... I think he's really well designed. He looks way more chaotic than he actually is. Okay, destroy. So these guys are shield attackers, so they will block shots. You also want to just destroy these. Pay attention to where the Gaster Blasters are. Down. Yeah, I thought I'd gain no damage. Okay, this first... Okay, we are at the first of the All-Stars. These are collections and mini-bosses. There's only the 3 of them. But, you know, they are considered... theming is a bit esoteric. We have the mini-bosses from Sludge Man, Beat Man... I want to say... No, not Dark Castle. Ruins of the Forgotten Kingdom and Cassette Man, in that order. And that's you'll see why it's named as such. The setting is the museum, and if this first phase goes wrong, I will use weapons against the second thing. I'm trying not to. This cute little fish. He's okay. He's actually an electric enemy, and he just didn't use electricity. Fair enough. So first bit, underwater thing. Oh god. This is quite enough. Okay, we are going to have to nuke this. Sorry, Mr. Bazarsky. I hit the wrong button there. So you don't get this kept showing off. This thing is only vulnerable in certain points, but you can sort of hit it. Oh, I hit the one of them when I didn't mean to. Oh well. I have taken a bit too much damage here. Okay, this is Record Keeper. He's kind of interesting. You may notice the music has just kind of slowed because Cassette Man's all about rewind gimmicks, and it's really cool, and the music gets rewound. This mini-boss will throw out records, but also try and make your life a bit of a nuisance. I probably should take an extra heal, because I panicked there, but no well. You can hit him from just jumping well, so it's not too, it's actually pretty easy, but, you know. The bosses in Cassette Man are kind of easy, but they do still deserve to be in the arena. Okay, we are definitely taking... this can go wrong. Alright, we're taking a full heal. And Banshee is quite hard. Good fight! It's a boss that goes, temporarily invulnerable and flies, and yet still is pretty engaging. I will be using, not a weakness, but I will be using some weapons against her. Just to speed her up a little. Okay, so you'll either decide to sort of rebound the scythe off the wall, like this, or do it in a weird arc. Okay, this is where I'm going to break out the weapons, so I don't have to concentrate on hitting her. Yeah, basically seen the fight. But I think RNG isn't really giving her a chance to show off, but that's okay. You still hit me a few times. So good job, Banshee Woman. Ooh, Propeller. I want to heal a little. Oh. Okay, Propeller Woman is probably the first of the bosses which we wanted in the arena but felt was too difficult for the arena. So she's the first of the bosses to get some degree of nerf. Essentially, if you do see me take a hit, just sort of mentally add 1 damage to that damage, and that's sort of the damage you'll take in the actual stage. But she's cute. She's a fun fight. She's got really reasonable tells, but she was just a little on the punishing side, so she got a damage enough. Again, it's one of those things where, because it's in an arena setting and it's like a endurance, we just need to nerf a little. The actual tells and stuff are very good. Okay, this is kind of the hardest point. I don't want to concentrate on shooting her. And at this point, she hits phase 2. Phase 2, I'll just briefly show off. It basically doubles the projectiles. So, heat. Who's next? Rook Man deserves a heal. Rook Man is a chest 3 robot master, and I believe the first of the bosses we're going to encounter with the parallel weapons, so I'll briefly explain these. In addition to the normal contest weapons, which we're not revealing yet, there were just so many robot masters and bosses in the contest that we thought, you know what, we're going to give it an alternative set of weapons, the parallel weapons, which are literal reskins of the existing Magnum 3 weapon sets. So, for example, Rook Man here got Castle Rush, which is a rethemed break dash, and you get to do that. It's chest themed, it's cute. Rook Man is rather allergic to Mafia Goon, so I'm gonna do like a 1. Depending on where he stands, like here. Just melt him a little. His tails are pretty good. This is the hardest of his attacks to dodge. But it's really well themed. Like, what would a Rook themed robot master do? Pretty much this. Come on. Oh. I think he has shown off his like other attack, so I think he'll do that. Yeah. Whew. Heal for this one. Bubble Crab. Yes, just straight at a Bubble Crab, in addition to like Neon Tiger earlier. Bubble Crab. If you had one problem, it's that his hit and run ability seems like a bit arbitrarily long, but also solid fight, one of the top 6. Not all the top 10 have bosses in the arena, because 2 of the top 10 levels in the contest don't have bosses. So, you know. So they can't exactly go in, and one of them actually did get rejected, so we weren't just shoving in bosses because they're in the top 10. We genuinely just wanted these bosses in the arena. So Bubble Crab's he doesn't fight like Bubble Crab, so he's like a new fight. Much like Neon Tiger was earlier. Digitiger was earlier. Definitely don't use regular pellets against him if you can help it. Okay. It's sort of like a toxic bubble fiend. Bubble Crab. What do I say? Don't use. Just at water level's a pretty good stage. It's what, like, you don't really see it in the boss room, but it's probably one of the prettiest levels in the contest. You also want to keep these guys under control, because it can get really out of hand. Again, pretty good tells, so it's not too hard. I'm getting cornered. We will have a... I will hire the Mafia to get a hit on you. Also, just to show off the adorable ring, which I'm so very proud of. Next up is Pipe Man. Again, just a solid robot master, and another really good stage. Pipe Man says trans rights, by the way. I don't mean to talk to you, shut up. Pipe Man has a particular issue in that he has 2 different tells for very similar attacks, which will throw you off, but basically pay attention to where these land. And if he's going to show it off, can you give a shot? Yep, okay. Up. Jump forward. He's got another variant of that attack, which has a different tail. It was enough to like basically throw off every judge. But in retrospect, I'm gonna give you like one more chance. This looks cool. Can you do it? No. I gotta move on, buddy. One more chance. No. Okay. He has another variant. He's just RNG. I've gotta move on. Oh, Zombie Devil. So if there's one thing the Magmal games have, it's really bloody good devil fights. And this fight, one of my favorites, it's legitimately really cool. It's based on Sigma from X6. You know, music. I could use the weakness to speed this up, but also I find that much harder. So you'll occasionally turn into Spiked Wall Man, which I have no idea how this didn't make me twig this was an entity's level, but you know, whatever. Didn't slide, walk. You're gonna split. You're gonna do the split. Okay. Very cool fight. Just jumped straight into that. Why don't I? I mean, you could see right now this is so much better than any other main series devils. And I think he's going to, yeah, gonna sort of corner me at this point. Not enough to actually, like, take unavoidable damage. I'm taking way more damage than Zombie Devil normally does to me. I'm just trying to talk. I'm gonna finish you off with Thunder Beam. Oh, crap. I thought that would kill him. Well, I need to take a heal. Yeah, okay. Probably good. I'm gonna take another heal. Able Woman's not hard, but no, I just kind of balls that up there. Able Woman, yeah, another a solid robot master. I'm going to guess that RNG is probably not going to be kind to me in terms of letting her do her thing. She can occasionally get hung up on doing the same attack over and over again. At least when I'm trying to actually, when I was trying to practice showing her off. Come on, you can do it, Able Woman. Okay, cool. I do not have I was expecting that to kill her. Ooh, okay, Beamstack. Yet another boss that is completely stationary, yet also quite engaging. I'm gonna use it to weakness briefly, just to melt a bit of the health bar. As well as just avoid some of the attacks. Okay, I think we're good. I'm actually going to let you shoot now. This is like a fairly solid and, again, quite engaging fortress-style boss. Just pay attention to where the bullets are. I'm going to let you come over here. Oops. Oh, crap. That went wrong. Nope. That threw me off. Hop. Oh, no, didn't jump high enough. Didn't even jump there. Good job, me. Well, you are just kicking my ass. Of the bosses, this nearly didn't make it into the arena just because he didn't want to work with the arena. I had to kind of reprogram him slightly just to get him to spawn properly. Oh, this was not easy to sort out, by the way. Token, Woman... Token. So Token Woman's weak to Magnetic Shockwave, in this case, Last Judgment. We'll get to his... You won't be seeing all the contest weapon and or parallel weapon bosses in the arena, by the way. Guitar Man, Glitz Woman, Thermal Man, don't show up. Neither does Aether Man. I'll show off their weapon. I'll show off the, like, Aether Man's ultra parallel weapon now. It's the Divine Beam. You'll get Aether Man himself showed up to help you because, you know, he's just a nicer guy. Okay. Again, I'm gonna take a heal. Token Woman. I think we're on the verge of wanting to have her use the one of the Yaziski, so we'll take her. Just spent quite a bit of time out of the arena. She does like take quite a bit of damage to like the Buster and her weakness. Wow. Gonna jump out? Okay, you got one more attack to show off there. You need it? You what? Cool. Thank you. Oh, fuck. Okay, we are... Okay, she's dead. That was a panic moment because I got hit there right at the end. So we are going to refill my weapons and my health. Okay, that's just kind of the results have been going on for what? How long have we been going on for? Half an hour, bloody hell. Which of the commentary's doing. Also, the heat has suddenly spiked up like within the last hour or so, so that's not helping. Okay, Devil Core, another really good Devil Bite type. This is just cool. This just looks cool. It looks a little jank, but looks cool. So essentially, these little Devil Pellets will choose an attack and you can destroy individual bits. Which I'm surprised this hasn't already been done in like an official Mega Man game. Just destroying individual bits of a devil. By the way, you can't stand in the corner where you will just take a hit. The thing is weak to water shield / glitch barrier, glitch Aegis even, but I just prefer pelleted in the river. Oops. The Buster. Charge shots will take out most of these in one hit. So if one of these dive bombs now, yeah, the charge shot will kill it. But the ones on the side sort of get a bit of variable health. Really well designed, boss. Once that's dead, he'll switch to another phase, but he's got like hardly any bits left. Such a cool devil. Okay, Cosmos. This one can go. Okay, we're not going to use weapons. I'm not going to use weapons against him. But I find that much harder to use weapons against him. Cosmos is based on Cosmo Man from Battle Network. Again, really cool fight. Very difficult fight. Probably one of the harder bosses in the arena. If you're going to use weapons, only do in certain phases. Other than that, pay attention to his tells. That was bad. Okay, here he will do this really cool looking attack. Try not to get yourself cornered. It's close. Alright, you know, hop out, come towards me. God. This is one of the bosses in my like casual top, like outside of judging. I just decided to go, you know what, I'm gonna see if I can learn this guy. No damage, and I did. That's obviously not gonna happen here. Oh crap. They come towards me. Yep. Alright. This is the point where you wanna don't focus on getting pelted in with charge shots here. You wanna be able to take out the little satellites. Okay, he should be dead. Cool. Such a cool fight. Here we have Mafia Man. Mafia Man's kind of interesting, and he's one of the guys who got a parallel weapon in the form of Mafia Goon, which replaces Ice Wall, which incidentally he's also weak to, which is kind of amusing. Mafia Man, all the judges wanted him in the so there was like all the judges, we just sort of voted on what bosses we wanted and discussed it. We all knew we wanted Mafia Man in the arena, but he's got two phases split up by a checkpoint. And there was a bit of like, discussion, do we have phase 1, do we have phase 2? Ultimately, both phases are in the arena, but you will encounter phase 1 first. He's cool. Just a swag. Gotta appreciate the colour scheme. Oh, he's hiring his own goon. So, Mafia, you can ice his minions. You're a Mafia goon. Oh, this is going wrong. Up. That could have gone there. Oh no. Heal just in case. Here we've got Rook Man, who falls into the same category as Digitiger earlier, where the stage wasn't great, but the boss was certainly fun enough to warrant highlighting. Rook Man gets his own parallel weapon in the form of Propeller Crown, which replaces Tornado Blow. I have seen it earlier when I panicked. Again, just pay attention to tells and know how to dodge things. So it's all about timing, really. That was not timing. So stand, slide, stand, slide, slide. Okay, he will bring out the Propeller Crown itself and a fly, which is why he got a Tornado Blow. You can hit him up there. It's not easy though. Okay, heal, teleport. Okay, over here, I'm going to let you actually just do this attack. Easier to reliably dodge. Judgement Man wants a heal. Judgement Man also got a parallel weapon in the form of Last Judgment, which replaces Magnetic Shockwave. So Judgement Man's in the arena for like a fairly simple reason, and I'll just quote Flashman here. And whose feelings I completely echo. To quote Flashman, I don't like Commando Man, I like Judgement Man. Judgement Man is an edit of Commando Man, and he's such a better fight. I like Commando Man is just one of my least favourite, like, standard Robot Master fights, and Judgement Man's actually kind of fun. I'm cocking it up here, quite badly, because I'm not paying attention. Wow. You also want to, like, at least pay attention to him. Keep him in the... Okay. Keep him in the middle if you can. Wow, I cocked that up quite hard. Gonna take a heal here. Moving on to another devil. We have the Dust Devil, which is based on the Dustman blocks. From Dustman stage, funnily enough. This is cool. This is so cool. Easy fight, but he's cool. Use Thunder Beam for that bit, just to speed this up a bit. It does no damage. Blizzard Behemoth, don't want to take a heal. I think I've got enough heals left. Oh, in the final stretch here. And something's approaching. So one thing that will not be shown off in this video, as I've said, is the end boss. We'll get to that when we get to that. Blizzard Behemoth is a unique case. He's from one of the... he's in the top 10. I think he's like 7th place from the Blizzard Resort. He has two phases. He has in the normal stage multiple phases. The first batch of phases was skipped because this is really cool. This is a really cool fight. The first few stages weren't great because you basically fight 4 other Blizzard men. You will get the theming almost immediately, or at least you should if you're at least a 90s kid or watch Nickelodeon or whatever. But this is cool. This needed highlighting. Don't let the 4 health bars fool you. He really does not have that much health. Essentially, each of its like weaknesses has its own health values. It will melt. If you struggle against this guy, use his weakness. This is one of the bosses that's very, very allergic to weaknesses. Also, kind of allergic to just rapid fire, as it turns out. He doesn't take long at all. But he's cool. He needed highlighting in the arena, really. He's so cool. I kept saying cool, that wasn't a pun. I'm just getting very, oof. Yeah, anyway. So, next All-Star. Wow, we've taken this on to get another one. So, this is another All-Stars. In this particular one, we've taken various mini-bosses from Dunes of Discharge, which is also where Battery Man, not Gravity Man, is from. but also Western Railway, Explosives Factory, who's the mugshot, it's in the mugshot, and Shoe Man, who we haven't encountered yet. Let's get to it. This is probably one of the easier all-star fights. I say as I immediately get kit. So this one is based on edits of existing mini-bosses. But, you know, these are fun. Well, actually no, not necessarily existing mini-bosses. This is the only actual, literally existing mini-boss. The rest are, like, sort of revamped enemies. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Oh, dodged. Failed to dodge. Have some health. Thank you. Yeah, so the all-stars will drop health because these are like slightly more complex. You're gonna do these over attack. Thank you. I take hit. That's fine. Take another hit. Okay, Emperor Peng, you please die. Thank you. Finally, we have Mannequin. Who, yeah, he's a large one of these boys. Wearing shoes. Shoe Man is really good level. I should pay attention to what's happening. Oh crap. Oh. Next up, we have Shoe Man himself. Okay. Shoe Man is one of my other favourites. You won't see all three of my favourites have a representation in the arena because one of my three favourites doesn't even have a boss fight. But Shoe Man's a boss, so he's pretty cool. He's pretty neat. So, he's invulnerable. Sort of. Are you gonna do anything else? Oh, yep, you're gonna dive at me. Okay. Oop. The whole gimmick of Shoe Man stage is the enemies are invincible. And you can only harm them by sort of making them hit fire blocks. Hence the fight here. Well, I'm taking way more damage than I thought I would. Obviously, you've got to do the same thing for the titular Robot Master. This is just kind of paying attention to tells. You've got one more shot to show up your other attack, Shoe Man, and then I'm moving on, okay? I'll be here waiting around for you. Oh, here you go, okay. Whee! Not hard, not like hard. I am gonna use weakness, just to show it off actually, more than anything else. He hit me way more than I thought he would. How my weapons not looking too bad. We'll just take a full heal then. Here we have one of the. Here we got like a. I wanted to show off in the arena that just because you can't sort of do graphics doesn't mean you don't deserve to be highlighted or praised. Fracture is a modified Gemini Man. But not like Judgement Man was modified from Commando Man. No, this is literally just a green Gemini Man. But he's such an interesting fight. The actual stages in ain't great, it just sort of exists, but this is actually a fairly unique fight. It does help if I, like, somewhat pay attention. Oh no. I'm getting my ass kicked. Okay, let's see if I can get at least... No, apparently my skills are not paying the bills right now. Yeah, you just gotta sort of pay attention to where he's gonna teleport. There's enough of a tell. I think it's interesting. I made that look way worse than I had any right to. Next. Here you got Treasure Man. Treasure Man also got a parallel weapon, which is this. Which is a rethemed Spark Chaser Photo Tracker. Also just a good boss. The actual stage, actually not too bad. Graphically not great. I suspect this guy got someone else to draw his Rebel Master, but that's fine. Walk away. I need to also start paying attention on talking how I actually fight these, because that was helping me earlier when I'm getting a little... when she's starting to wear me out trying to think about actual commentary. Oops. Let's slide. Okay. Walk. Okay, you should be like sort of dead now. Oops. Okay. It's fine. Cool effect there, that rope. Yeah, I'm starting to sort of lose it, so let's see. Yeah, such a cool effect there with the rope, and just an engaging fight. Grantello is from another top 10 stage. Sort of robe, like fortress style boss. You just need to sort of pay attention here. In which direction these bubbles bounce. And at some point he will just do a spread, which you can sort of reliably dodge. Just move away, please. Thank you. Maybe I should be using like weaknesses a bit more. Because I need to just actually beat this. Oh. Alright, you're gonna do a laser blast. That's one of the things like the Madden games do tend to do quite a bit, is like traditional fortress style bosses are typically more engaging than like the sort of the stock Mega Man ones in NES games. It makes sense, these aren't NES bosses. You don't have the same limitations. Beatman, another top 10 stage. A heal for this one. I am going to go into this with weakness, I think, just briefly. I'm going to switch out at some point. Beatman's interesting. I actually do find he's harder with the weakness, actually. But Beatman is a, vegetable-themed robot master, but also he wants to beat you. I didn't have a Castle Rush charge there. Oh. Alright, okay. I am messing this up. We're going to switch to not using the weakness. Okay, phase 2. Wow. I am slowly getting worse. That's kind of to be expected. Oh my god. Cool fight. As we carry... oh gosh. Oh, I definitely need a full heal for this one. Okay, we are... concentrate. I'm gonna put control down for a sec. I'd probably give you a drink, but not... why not help the elephant? Okay, in case the colour scheme and the name didn't give this away, this is a wood elemental themed Yamato Man from Shoots and Stalks, I think the next stage name is. Very engaging fight again. This one has a bit more like visual editing compared to Fracture. Funny enough, they're both green. Weird. This one, you just need to pay attention. React to what he does. I think this guy's like way harder with his weakness. Just pay attention. Yeah, all about tells there. Hideki is interesting. He's a shield boss. I'm not using that weakness. I'm gonna try and melt a bit of his health bar just because I need to speed this up a little. Okay, pay attention to what he does. Up, so I can know what he's doing here. See if I can actually reliably dodge this one. No. Took a hit. That was not too hard to dodge. Okay, gonna do this. Slide. Hideki has a lot of personality. Go away, please. Which doesn't really come across in like the arena setting, but he has like a bunch of different intro poses and various bits of dialogue. He's like, I really do like Hideki quite a bit. Okay, you need to die. Like, now. Oh, that didn't do it. That did diddly squat there. Okay, interesting. Okay, we're gonna finally show off what this white item actually does, which is this item gives infinite ammo for one fight. First of all, pay attention to what my life, like this weapon total is here. Pick this up. So infinite ammo for this fight. Dark Wyvern, I think is from some random NES game. Again, Fortress style. Is a long fight, but again, fairly engaging. One thing you may have noticed is several of these bosses have like death pits or spikes or whatever. There shouldn't be any form of instant death in the arena. So anything that was instant death in these fights is no longer, which I think was one of the deciding factors. The judges did kind of like this boss quite a bit, but we just trying to decide: do we want it as something that like relies on instant death? Well, the solution obviously is I'm sure I'm gonna get knocked into the pit at some point. Down you. I mean, if he doesn't, I'm gonna have to do it myself, aren't I? Alright. Okay, oh, I'm gonna do it myself, aren't I? Up! Boing! You'll just bounce out of pits. You'll take damage! Obviously, I didn't want to show that off. Cool fight. Cool fight. He's pretty difficult in the source stage, but not too bad here. Oh, here's Mafia Man, phase 2. I'm gonna actually full heal this one. I've been pretty good about energy, actually. So, phase 2. Normally, there's a checkpoint between phase 1 Mafia Man phase 2. So, we had to ultimately do that for this. This is really interesting. So, depending on what he rolls on his slot machine there. There's his titular Mafia goon. So you gotta pay attention to what he sort of rolls in the slot machine. And what's really cool is these will sort of interact, so certain attacks will remove the platforms here. I'm gonna let you... Oh, you get to show it off. Okay, that's fine. And you'll basically spawn enemies from the stage. It's really interesting. Oh, last of the All-Star fights. Also the last fight we're gonna show off. I didn't even notice. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna fully heal. So, last of the All-Stars, as the image and the name may suggest, this is from various sort of cameo bosses. Just the 3 of them. We've got Donkey Joe. And if you're wondering... Yep. He's sort of more of a traditional mini-boss, but yeah. This one's a bit more interesting. This is from the Koran contest. Conquest, even. You may notice she has a health bar, but she also does not have the health to match it up, so... I don't quite remember what her name is. She's both the mini-boss and the boss of her own stage. Ultimately thought, you know what? Looking at the entrance code, it's quite obvious that the entrant wanted a different boss to end the stage. And this was just intended to be a mini-boss, hence she's like in the mini-boss rush. Some health, please. Thank you. Finally, we have Wispy Devil, or Devilish Woods. I'm not sure which of the 2 names it is right now. Yeah, cool. Such a unique devil. I'm going to see if I can show this off of it. You can... No. If you survive this fade, I will show it off. I'll try it one more time. Yeah. Pointless, but you can stand on those blocks of wood, because the blocks are wood, obviously. Here we go. And this is where the video is getting done. So that is the Judge's Choice Arena. I had to kind of scramble at the end there because... How long have I been recording? Oh my god, this is nearly an hour. Wow. Just due to commentary reasons. But that's kind of why I wanted to do this video, just to show off why any given boss gone into the arena. Shoutouts to Snow and Pyro and Eyeballs on the top there. This is obviously where you would face off against the final boss of this arena. But for now, you've got Quint. Just Quint. Well, Magnum 2 Quint specifically. And the arena cleared. Okay. I'm exhausted. So, I'll go back to not live me for a second. Well, I am very out of practice, as you might be able to tell, but also I enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you'll enjoy the arena game mode. There's still 2 more arena reveals, one of which is the dev team developed Robot Masters, or essentially just, stock Robot Masters that were introduced in Magmor 3, as well as the True Arena, which is going to be comprised, well, main game content basically, so that'll be interesting, although that will not be shown off until the game's actually released for obvious reasons. Way too much spoiler stuff there. But let me know if you'd still like me to, say, record that the remaining dev team arena. One thing I forgot to mention in the video is the bosses in the background were actually, when it came time for the judges to decide what went in, they just sort of got in via a unanimous decision. So yeah, I just thought that'd be a fun throw in to the background. Anyway, that's all for now. This is Ace, and I'll catch you later.